Yo, what's going on, guys? Equinox Creative here, and this is gonna be my first tutorial on this channel. So in this video I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make my banner that I have currently, and I'm gonna open it up here so you can see what that is. So this is the banner I have currently, and it's kind of like a cool kind of just abstract banner with my logo in the middle, and I would add links. You can if you want to, but I kind of just didn't want to because I liked it the way it looked. And I might see how it looks because I didn't really even try to see how it looked because I just really like this a lot. So I might try and add links later on, but for now I'm just going to teach you how to make it exactly like this. So first off, you're going to need a YouTube banner template, and if you don't have one, which I'm guessing you actually probably do, you can just Google YouTube banner template, and I think I'll do a separate video possibly before this one, which will be a short video on how to make this. But there's also files that you can download, like YouTube banner templates, download, and it'll just basically have it pre-made for you. And yeah, so but basically if you can know how to set it up, this is how you set it up. If you already have one, which I'm guessing you do, then you're good. But yeah, so once you have it set up, I'm going to click Control colon to show my guides here, and Control R shows those rulers, and I always like to have them open. And I'm actually going to hide those. So what you need to do is, for the beginning, you need to get I'm gonna Google just Call of Duty. And basically, you really can't even tell, but there is a picture of like Call of Duty in the background. So I'm going to let's get a random picture. This will work. Just any Call of Duty kind of stock image like this. Anything that's not regular gameplay or anything that's not like this. Basically anything like this, or well, actually not really that. As long as it doesn't have words on it. This works. You're just gonna drag it in here. And I'm going to drag it on to my file, and I'm going to click it, and make sure everything with their YouTube banner, make sure everything is always under this layer, so that, because if it's over it, what will happen is when you make it bigger, it'll be over those black lines. And what those black lines are is basically when you go to upload this to your YouTube channel, hang on. The grayer part, this is black, and then this is gray. This part is what you're going to see here. This whole entire gray part is what you're going to see on computers. And then from here to here is what you'll see on like iPads. And then from here to here is what you'll see on phones. So the black is what you see on TVs, and really barely anyone actually watches YouTube on TVs. So really, you don't have to put anything in there. I basically never do. But yeah, so once you have your little image, you're going to right-click on it, and you're going to rasterize it. And basically, that doesn't really do anything for this case, but I always do that just because I don't like looking at that little square there. So yeah, oh, actually it does. If you need to cut it, then, or if you need to like select part of it and separate it, then it has to be rasterized. So basically just like that. Not all of it has to fit in. Doesn't really matter if it does. And since I made this one green, I'll just make it like orange. This theme orange, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'll do purple. So I'm gonna make this theme purple. So now once you have that, you're going to Control and click on the little picture to select it all, and we're going to come in the adjustments and hit black and white. So then I make it black and white, you just click there, and then I'm going to Control click. So now both of those are selected, and I'm going to right click and merge layers. I like to do that just because it's a lot cleaner and easier to work with. And yeah, so now this is black and white, and you can rename this to whatever you want. I'll just leave it black and white, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this stock pack that I have, and this is a stock pack made by a YouTuber named Bear Design. I'll leave his channel link as well as the link to the stock pack so you can download it in the description. And let's see, where is it? So you can download that because really any stock pack will work, but this is just the one I like using. So I'll leave a link to that. And I'm going to open up the stock pack. So here we have this stock pack, and basically if you don't know what a stock pack is, it has a bunch of little stuff like this that looks pretty cool. And you can basically use it in all your designs. And this one, I mean, some of them cost money. This one is free, and it is free to use. You don't have to, as far as I know, you don't have to link them or anything like that. And it was just free download. So that's pretty cool. Actually, it was $1 unless you, I think, followed him on Twitter or tweeted him or something like that. So yeah, but it's really nice. Like, this is really well done, and it's a really good stock pack. So I'll leave the download for that. And yeah, so basically what I did here is I just took a lot of multiple stocks and threw them in. And yeah, so basically, first thing, I'm gonna take this bottom layer, Control J to copy it. Or you can just make a new layer above it. Basically, what you're doing here is we're making a new layer above our black and white layer. And I'm going to make my two colors black and white. Make the background color black. Control, and make sure you're on this layer. Control backspace, and that'll make it black. And then what you're going to do is you're going to decrease the opacity a little bit so that this becomes a lot darker. And because you don't want it completely visible, that's not going to look very good. Darker, so you want it to pee, and yeah, pee. So I'm going to be pretty put these two in a group and name it background, just because it's more organized. And I'm going to make this red. And yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer, and this is where we're going to start adding the stock images. So I'm going to add the same ones I used for this video, but really you can add any kind you want. And, I mean, not this video, but this this banner. So, basically, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm actually going to do something else first. I did this in the wrong order, sorry, I was not thinking correctly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little wave. So we're just gonna like go around here. We're gonna make it kind of like a little wavy, abstract little thing. And yeah, so that's good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect that. By the way, I just used the pen tool. And we're going to right click on it, make sure we're on a new layer, and we're going to fill path, and we're going to use, we're going to click color, and we are going to, I'm going to make this a little bit lighter purple like that, use that color, and I'm actually going to copy that color code because that's what I'm going to make my main color, because I'm going to start using that color for the whole project. So now what we're going to do is we're going to delete this path. And now we have this like little wave thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to Control J to copy it, Control T, and then we're going to right click and click flip vertical. And that's basically just going to flip it upside down. And then we're going to click flip horizontal, and that's going to turn it kind of like the other way around. And we're going to move it, we're going to make it smaller. And I'm going to make it like wider. And a little smaller. Yeah, that'll work. And we're just going to merge these two layers. And we're going to go to filter. We're going to go to blur, and we're going to go to motion blur. So that's going to obviously blur it a lot. So we're going to turn that down a little bit. Think like this. And yeah, that looks good. And now we're going to go to filter again. And we're going to go to distort. Oh my god. Let's see. Distort. Let's do polar coordinates. I don't even remember what this does. Alright, well, that's probably... Oh, wait, that might look good. Maybe. I mean, no, it's not, because... Actually, no, it looks bad. Let's try twirl. Alright, that looks good. So now it's just kind of got this really like abstract sort of look to it. And I'm just going to put it like that. And I'm going to make the opacity really low, because I don't want that to be like really visible. And yeah, so that just kind of gives it like that purple look. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to add, we're gonna add this one. So I'm gonna control click on the picture, control C to copy it, and then I'm gonna control V to paste it. And then what I'm gonna do is, since it's green, I'm going to control click on the picture again. I'm gonna go up here to adjustments and click hue/saturation, because I'm gonna change it to like more of a purple color. So like that, and then we are going to merge those. I'm gonna make it bigger, and alright, so like that. And I'm gonna put this in background actually, and then so I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna lower the opacity of this too. And then I'm gonna put this to like yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna put this, actually yeah, that's good for now. And then I'm gonna come back, hide that. I'm gonna get, what should I get? I'll get come in here, blue techie. I'm gonna control click that picture, control C, bring it over here, control V, and just like that, I'm going to change the hue to purple. So like that. And I'm gonna whoops, I messed that up. I gotta merge them first, and then bring it up like that, make it a little smaller so that it kind of fits, and like that, put it in the middle. I'm gonna grab the eraser tool. I'm gonna change it to a bigger brush with 0 hardness so I can erase the sides, make it look cleaner, and erase like that. And then now I'm going to change the opacity down to, ooh, a voice crack. I'm gonna put it in the middle. And that looks good for now. I can always obviously change it if I need to. And I'm gonna make it a little bigger. That. I'm just gonna make sure the middle of the circle, because it's not perfectly centered, so I'm just gonna make close to the middle, as far as I can eyeball it. And yeah, so that's like that. And then now we're gonna come back to stock pack, and we're gonna get, let's get blue displace. This is the one I used. So I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna bring it in here, and I'm going to make it bigger. That. I'm gonna kind of erase the end because it's like that. And then I'm going to change this hue to purple as well. So that. And I'm gonna merge these, and I'm gonna change this blend mode to, let's see, what did I change the blend mode to? Gonna change it to color dodge. So I'm gonna change this blend mode to color dodge, and that'll give it that really cool sort of look. Obviously you can make it any blend mode you want, but this is just kind of what I liked, and I liked how it looked. And yeah, so basically you are actually almost done now. And yeah, so that's just kind of like most of it, really. And now what I'm gonna go and do is I'm gonna add some lighting. So I'm gonna put these in a group just to make it more organized. I'll name the group stocks. I'm gonna make this purple, just because I like having it organized. And I'm going to, actually I'm gonna erase a little bit of that because that's kind of bothering me. Like that, and then I'm going to add some lighting. So I'm gonna take the paintbrush tool and I'm gonna make it a little bigger using the bracket key. The right bracket key makes it bigger and the left bracket key makes it smaller. I forgot to mention that a couple minutes ago. And I'm gonna kind of just add some lighting and I'm gonna make it overlay. And just to kind of add some vibrance to it. And yeah, so that'll make it, actually I'm gonna leave that part dark. And yeah, and then I'm gonna make another one and I'm gonna switch the colors, so now the front color is black, and I'm going to make some blackness just for a good like combination. I'm gonna take the opacity a lot down, just for like a good combination of light and dark, so it's not just one or the other. And I'm gonna change these, put them in a group, call it lighting. I'll make it yellow. And then I'm also going to take a flare, so I'm going to look up online purple flare. And let's see, I'm going to get purple optical flare. Let's look in here. I'm just kind of messing around looking for it. Alright, this'll work. Actually, this is a pretty good one. So I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna put it in here, and this goes in the top, gives it kind of a cool little look, like that. And then, so as you can see, kind of just gives it that nice little touch. And I'm going to kind of just go through the blend mode. I'm gonna see what blend mode did I use for this one. Let's see. Is this it? Trying to find where I put it. Oh, here it is. So, blend mode difference. Alright, let's try difference. Okay, that's obviously not going to work, because they're not all the same, so one might work for one and not the other. So you kind of just have to go through, and it might not always work perfectly. That one works pretty good. And I'm going to erase a little bit of this. I'm going to rasterize it so I can erase. I'm going to erase that part. And I'm going to erase the sides to make it look a little smoother. And yeah, so that's basically just that little flare thing. And yeah, so I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my logo, and let's see, this one. And I'm going to Control All. I have a PNG version of my logo. If you have a logo, I'm sure you know what that means. But I mean, yeah, you can basically put anything in there. You can enter some text like whatever you want. You just make it whatever. And so let's say you want that there. So first off, I'm going to show you how to do it with a logo, because that's probably a more common thing that you guys are going to be using. But if you're also using just text, then I'll show you how to do that too. But if you have a PNG logo, you're going to Control A, sorry, not Control Alt. Control A to select all of it. Control C to copy it. Go back in here and Control V. So we're going to take these two under, and I'm going to hide that one for now. And I'm going to make this logo a bit smaller so it fits. And I'm going to put it in the middle of that sort of circle in the back there, and just like that. And I'm going to turn on my guides. Remember, Control : and it is centered. And now what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be using the other bear pack, which I'll have a link to this as well. It's going to be the 3,000 subscriber pack. So it's the bear 3,000 subscriber pack, and these are basically a bunch of layer styles. And yeah, so here's this folder called Wolf, or this group called Wolf's Layer Styles, and how I have it is I actually have it in my libraries. So you can go in. I can go into libraries and it'll open them up, and I can just one click and it'll apply it. But assuming you don't have that, then you can also do it this way. So what we're gonna do is I used the black, blue, I believe, yeah. So I'm gonna copy this layer style. I'm gonna right click on the word, and I'm just gonna copy layer style. Come back into this project. I'm gonna copy and paste the layer style, and now I'm gonna double click in this blank area to bring up the whatever this is called. I really don't know, layer style editing, I guess. And I'm gonna come over to gradient overlay. So what I'm gonna do is, since we don't want it to be blue, I'm gonna change it to purple, and that is not purple. Wait, Control V. Okay, wait. So I've lost my color code apparently. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to fill path, but I'm not actually going to. I'm just gonna try and get my color code back. So this was my color code, and so just, you don't have to do that pen tool thing. Basically, you can change to whatever color you want. I decided to do that because I lost the color that I wanted, and I knew it was saved in there. So I'm gonna go back in here, and everything I just did for the last 30 seconds after I exited here was useless for you. So I'm just gonna double tap on this little square here, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste my color code. And you can flip through here and make it whatever color you want. And yeah, but I have a specific color that I want, so I'm gonna control copy that color code in there. Go out of there, and I'm gonna see if this changes anything. It does change it a little. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that. I kind of like the way it looked before I changed it. So yeah, so that's how you get that kind of effect for that, and it's not 100% the same because it's kind of hard to get it exactly the same twice. But I guess I can make this a little bigger. That's too big, like that. And that, guys, is how you make this style of YouTube banner. So if you did enjoy, or if this helped you, remember to please leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out so much. This is my first tutorial, and I'm starting to get active on this channel again. So if you did enjoy, and I already said all that, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah.